song I wrote that I thought you might like called Auspicious. I don't feel everything is right. I don't deal, I can't sleep at night. Something's a sparkle in my eye, and it's slow 'cause of me. I am smoke. I see this open doors. I follow everything I wished for. Absence of distress, treaty for my peace. I can have it all, just a small piece. These places, inviting faces, vivacious with beauty. I don't know who brought that, who brought that, who brought that, who brought that to me. The hope, the dream, the world's not as it seems. The blessings appeal, the charm, it's actually real. The dawn of day, something I can't escape. Beyond, the above, they're always, always sending me. Suspicious, these places fighting places, vivacious with you. I don't know who brought that, who brought that, who brought that, who brought that to me. I don't know. Is one that I wrote on the beach in Oregon, which is actually where I'll be going to school in so I'm going to be an Oregon duck, and I really love it there. I think it's a really peaceful state. So I wrote this song about it called Lack of Dry Land. Telescopes, you can see what's falling in love once again. Falling in love in the pouring rain. It's cold outside, but I'm right here with my guitar in hand, and no one else can hear. No one else can hear. Crystals are like rays from my stars, burning gaze. I put my hands up and shut my eyes, and I realize that there's no sun in the sky, 'cause I'm falling in love once again. Falling in love with the pouring rain. It's cold outside, but I'm right here. My guitar in hand, and no one else can hear. No one else can hear. I'm flying around town, but I never ever look down. Always try my best to get out of the get about alright. So I dig my heels into the sand. What else left is record dry, then I look up, face the day. Most of all, embrace the rain. So I'm falling in love again, falling in love with the pouring rain. Oh, it's cold outside, but I'm right here with my guitar in hand, and no one else can hear. No one else can hear. Okay, I'm gonna play one last song, and the song is about enlightenment, and just, I think that everyone's really curious about what the meaning of life is, and I don't know what it is, but someday I would like to get to the point where I understand that, and that's kind of what this song is about. There's a word I wanna know so, but it starts with L and ends in how they prove it's true. I look at you, I don't know what to do. The world is wrong, we have finally found it. We can prove it too. Everyone is very wise, must always know the truth.
And we told her that was just fine to sing and rhyme.
Yeah, because I like that, but I would really love to stay another time. And thank you so much for inviting me back.
We love having you. That song.
Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, I've got plenty more I'd love to share with you.
Yay, Janey.
Thank you so much.
So when you get home today, go to YouTube and like her new video. Because it's on, from the Deer Valley one is up.
It might be, I'm not sure.
I actually know.
Oh, you've seen it?
Yeah.
Well, you're ahead of me then.
Yeah. I meant to go, but my life got in the way. My golf game, the round went slower, and I didn't get there. So, well, it's delightful to have my. Are you ready, Wesley, on the film? It's delightful to have my daughter Wesley back from 3 weeks horse riding at her grandparents' house. And just like she promised me, she didn't come back Mormon, right, Wesley? Not yet. And then Anna and Gretel are in L.A. as Gretel goes to the New York Film Academy school there for a couple of weeks. But nevertheless, they see you guys.
Bye, thanks so much. I'll see you guys again soon. Have a nice day.
So I spend a good amount of my time writing jokes. So for Gretel, and I'm in a really good space today because last time I was writing fart jokes, but this time I was writing condom on bananas jokes for her. Apparently her sex education class this next year is going to, the kids get to put condoms on bananas. And so I've been writing, jokes like, I didn't realize there were so many unwanted bananas. Stuff like that. So what I wanted to talk about this morning, I've been thinking about for about 3 years. So it's not like it just, bam, came on me and then suddenly I started scribbling. But I've been pondering on it for quite some time. When Anna and I decided, it'd be really nice to have a group on Sunday morning. We entered with some thoughts in our mind. And one, that it wouldn't be teacher-oriented, that there wouldn't be someone here to, from on high, pass on truth to lesser beings, that type of thing. Because we don't believe that. And two, we wanted it to be a space where everyone comes together, like shards of glass forming a beautiful stained glass window. And that it takes all of us to form it. And last week I was talking about how we're a community. We're a community that meditates. Now, we were having a discussion afterwards, and someone says, well, we're really not yet a community. We don't know each other. What we prefer to eat on Tuesday nights, what sitcoms we watch, if we do. But what we wanted to do is bring a group together where that intention was here, and just let, sort of like a soup, just let the various flavors come together and see what happens. And we're really delighted about what's happening. And as you'll see more and more, you'll see less of Anna and Mike's group and more of the soup. So what I wanted to do today is talk about one of the principles that we thought about in bringing it together. And because a group has to have some sort of shape and form. And one of those was, do we want to turn on the low temp?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind just putting it on low?
And open the door.
Oh yeah. No, I've got a big enough voice. If you can't hear, let me know. And I have several notches that it can go up. So, one of them was that this is a non-religious group. So, you know, what the hell does that mean? And now, I think that people already know that I'm a Christian heretic. But I'm actually a pretty good heretic. You know, I don't discriminate. I'm a pretty good, you know, heretic on Zen or Buddhism. And how many Zen Buddhist monks do we have with us? Aren't you one, Robert? Were you? But you took the precepts, right? Or you actually became a Buddhist?
Yes.
Okay, so if Robert leaves, you can tell that I've offended one Buddhist already. So, and I want to give you an example about, you know, we all have these experiences, and about overlaying religious or belief systems on top of it. So, I brought a human brain today. It may look a little bit more like a cabbage to you.
Nah.
but it actually looks remarkably like the human brain. And there was a woman by the name of Jill Bolt Taylor. You can hear my accents. Bolt is B-O-L-T-E. Jill Bolt Taylor. And Jill Bolt Taylor wrote a book called A Stroke of Insight. And if you Google it, you can see it. If you just Google Stroke of Insight, you can see videos where she talks. And they're short videos, about 12, 13 minutes. And she did one on TED, which is a group that talks about and has intellectual ideas that they share. You can see her talking and Bill Gates going, you know, stuff like that on the front row. But so Jill was a brain scientist. She had a brother who is a schizophrenic. So she wanted to study the brain and how it works. And she wasn't just an average brain scientist. She was one at Harvard, studying the forces, you know, of the electrons in our brain. This will be a really exciting video if you want to get a copy. The electron forces in our brain, the energy, the chemicals, how they flow together, how it flows differently in someone that is this way, or flows this way when it's some way in this way. And you know, they've even done scans where they show meditators' brains, you know, are different than other people who don't meditate's brains. So she was studying all that, and she woke up one morning, and on her left side, right here, right behind her eye, she had a headache. And she was one like me. I never get a headache, but so she got a headache, and she thought, well, I got to get to work. I'm going to just work it off. So she got up and got on her. She's got a whole body workout thing. So she got on her whole body workout thing, and she was going, you know, she was feeling a little sluggish. And as she looked down, it was sort of funny. Her arms looked funny. You know, almost like they were part of the machine, or maybe some terrestrial being's arms, not her arms, you know, going like this. So she kept going, and finally she decided to stop, that she probably needed to take a shower, and she found that her body, as she walked, it was more like this. And she got into the shower, and she reached out, and she was having trouble seeing the difference between her hand and the wall or the shower. And suddenly she got a little beep that said, it's time to go to work. So she left the shower, and she could barely walk, and she started to get dressed, and she noticed that her left arm wasn't working. And something came on and said, "You're having a stroke." So she said, "I've got to get help." So she went to the telephone, and as she went to the telephone, she lost the ability to conceptualize numbers. She she looked down, and a little voice came in and says, your number is, on a card in front of the telephone. She got there and there were a box of cards, and she started going through them. But she couldn't read even the numbers. All she started to see was pixels. And every once in a while she could see one number, and she'd dial it, and then they'd disappear, and it'd come back on, and she wouldn't know where she was, the number. So she got her hand, covered one of them up, and she'd dial it, and then finally she heard someone, and it sounded like this. Roar, 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 roar. Like some dog barking. And she said, I thought, well, they have to hear my voice, so she started speaking, and she was going, roar, 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 back. And she put it down, and as she was putting it down, she felt sort of an intensifying experience and felt a real warmth around her. And it was as if part of her just shut off. That little chatterbox, totally gone. Her ability to move was gone. But she had this feeling of just being part of the energy. All the boundaries of life were gone. No more work, no more burdens of life, eating. All it was she was in that moment and one with everything. And the next time she woke up, it was a couple of days later, and she was in the hospital. And what had happened was, we have two sides of our brains. And being having an accounting degree means that I'm a brain expert. So, especially from Oklahoma State University. So, got your right half and you got your left half. And it's like, they're like two computers that speak different languages and that don't speak together very much. They're connected. See how good a job I did in cutting that thing? They're connected by a million somewhat synapses. But it's like this one's talking to this one, and there's some information going back and forth, but it's not one whole. So it's as if your brain has two personalities. It's got one personality over on the right side that is right here. Everything is right now. And, it's all of life is this energy electron field. And we're taking in from that moment. We're reaching out and we're tasting that moment, feeling that moment, and sensing it in our legs, hearing things. But there's no language here. It's just all this intake of this huge and wonderful sensory experience. And there's no here I am, here that is. It's just one big energy flow that we're taking in. Okay? Well, the other side of the brain is completely different. And what it does is it sits there, and so all this information is flooding over to here, and this one's going, okay, I got it. Okay, there, that goes 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 there, and then looks back, and goes, okay, well, yesterday when that came in here, and I did this, and it's okay, I've got this here. Now what I want to do is this, and so I need to go here, and suddenly, you're throwing a baseball, or cooking a meal, or laughing, or telling a joke, or reading, or talking to someone, sensing. So you got two different sides, and this side has language, and it's just going. You probably know what I'm talking about. And then you have this side. So she came out of this experience, having had a stroke on this side. In this side, is where you feel that sense of energy and oneness, and sense and touch. And there is no yesterday and there is no tomorrow. There's no wants and needs. There's just this. And over here, you picked up enough information that you have I've got a Mike here, I've got a Robert there, I've got a Mike here, I've got an Anna Lee there. There's Anna Lee, there's Robert, here I am. It's concrete, I can knock on it. But over there, no way. So, that's how the brain works. And what her sense of meaning that she derived from that was, listen, we have two wonderful inputs about life. And maybe we live so much over here, and we don't live enough here, where we sense a oneness. What would life be like if we sense a better oneness with each other? Or more of a sense of now, or that feeling of warmth that comes with now and not having something where you have a need to be met, but that you're just whole and complete now. Would there be wars here? Well, as Genpo Roshi used to say, there's also, you can't buy camel soup over here, right? But that was her insight is, maybe we've got two parts of our brain within us. Why don't we take a more valuable use of this? How long have I talked? 10 minutes, you think? Oh, amen. Okay. Now, I'm going to drop a couple of belief systems on top of that, okay? So, what she's described is something that is in common to all of us. All of us who have two sides of our brains and are human beings here.